Hey there, it's David H. Lawrence the 17th, and if I were to ask you, just off the top of your head, what do you think the highest grossing entertainment category is? What makes the most money out of all the different options that we have for entertainment? Would you say morning shows, radio morning shows? They make a lot of money, but no, that's not even close. Even though people like the top morning show hosts make around $50 million a year, they still don't make nearly as much money as the highest grossing. How about television, network television, cable television? Nope, they make a lot of money, but no, they're not the highest grossing. What about professional football, professional baseball, professional basketball, soccer? Nope, not even close. How about tentpole movies like Avengers? And you're getting closer, but no, not that either. Number one category, and here's a chart from Statista on it. The number one category is video games. The top three lines are the top three video game grossing games of all time. Grand Theft Auto 5 at number one, Red Dead Redemption 2 at number two. They made about $1 billion in their first week of release. Now, it took Avengers, which is on the bottom lines, took that a lot longer to make $1 billion. It got there. But here's the big difference. There's two big differences for us as performers. Number one, the budgets for big films, big blockbuster films, are a lot bigger than the budgets are for video games. They don't need to be very big for video games because of the nature of how video games are produced. And for us as performers, the real dark side of video games is you go in, you work for a day, and then if the video game is really popular and really successful and those billions of dollars are made on it, you see nothing extra in residuals because video games is one of those areas, unlike big films, commercials, productions, cable, network television, things like that, where if things are successful and they're used a lot more, you get residuals. You get paid more as a performer. You share in the success of those productions. And it kind of feels like the video game industry in general has spent a long time not promoting the people that work in video games. Yeah, there's occasionally people here and there that, video game fanatics just really love, but they don't promote them the way, say, ABC or NBC or the BBC or ITV4 in the UK would promote the fact that a star is going to be in a television show, or the way Marvel would promote the way a star is going to be in a film, or the way the NBA or the NFL would promote a Steph Curry or a Tom Brady, or the way FIFA would promote Messi or Ronaldo, or there's this star system in almost every category of performance that is designed to help that category market their stuff. They do it for a reason, because it helps make them more money. And it really feels like video games have come to the conclusion they don't need that. They don't want to build stars, because then stars would be demanding more money, And they may pay stars big dollars. I was involved in a video game that helped me buy this condo. It was not because I did a lot of the voices, and I did do a lot of the voices, but it was because I was a producer and I was a writer and I was an audio developer and producer for the audio side of things. This is a game called Saints Row. And, I saw firsthand what it was like to work with a studio and work with a publisher, how low the budgets were. I think the budget for the original Saints Row was like $28 million. That's nothing for a film. But for a video game, that was a lot back in the day. I think that was 2006. And then they went on, because they know how to market, they went on to make $150 million in the first 3 days, first 3 days. It was the first 3 days, because it was launched on a Tuesday, and they were 150 million in the black within a few hours. So they don't need to go to the extent of providing ongoing participation for the people that are involved. In fact, when SAG-AFTRA went on strike a few years ago, they basically said, we really don't need you. The secretaries down the hall would love to voice video games, and the coders would love to be involved, and the fans would love to be involved. We can find people who will do a credible job without resorting to stars, to people that really know what they're doing when it comes to performance. We don't need you. And I'm not sure that's true, but certainly they've built an incredible business around that attitude, and that attitude of being, we don't need to develop stars. We don't need to market with stars. We don't need stars. The games are the stars. And I wonder how you feel about that. I wonder how you look at the business, how you look at, as a performer, the idea of working on a video game for hours and getting a few $100s, potentially blowing out your voice. And then if the game is successful, not participating. What are your comments on that? Maybe it's like, well, that's just the way it is. Maybe you're a video game fanatic and you're like, I don't care. I'm not going to go buy a video game because you're in it or because somebody's in it. Let me know in the comments below. If you're watching this anywhere but on vo2gogo.com, pop over there. Leave me a comment there, because that's where the conversation is sane and moderated. And if you're not watching on Vo2Gogo, you're missing out on a bunch of really great tools and strategies and tactics that we have for you over there as performers. If you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel and be aware of when these videos come out, go ahead and click on my head there. If my head isn't there, look for a subscribe button. If you'd like to see the latest version of a video that I've done, go ahead and click on that frame and YouTube will play it for you. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.